and today we are going to be talking about the perks. Now, why I actually wanted to do this video is because if you watched yesterday and the day before that, you saw me doing the events, which were free nightmare pokemons, and you saw me getting decimated. And when I mean decimated, I mean there was literally no shred of dignity left after that. However, someone left a comment that actually made me want to do this video. That was being, he said you should have used the Unstoppable perk. Looking back on it, if I had Unstoppable, I may have actually won a couple of those battles. You know, it's Barboy that mainly kills me. However, if you watch previous videos before this, like way back in the beginning when I was still doing like the offensive strategies and all that, you know how I feel about Unstoppable. And I personally do not like that perk because it is an offensive only perk. I like to use ones that are jack of all trades that are useful both on offense and defense. If anything, I would use speed, not Unstoppable. But, so yeah, I wanted to actually go into that. Now, why I'm actually bringing this, I'm not going to list what perks are, you know, defensive only and offensive. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I actually want to go into how some of these perks can actually save your life on offensive, defensive, and how some of the perks are just plain useless. Alright, let's go right into this anyway. Sorry. But yeah, let's go right into this. Alright, let's just go to the inventory. Now, accuracy, as we both know, is on both offense and defense, and is an extremely helpful perk to most units. Or all units, actually, to be general. But why I'm actually bringing this up is because is it actually worth it? I mean, some units have high accuracy as it already is, so you just don't put it on. But is it worth it for units that have lower accuracy? Let's go right into that actually real quick. Let's look at our barracks. We know he's accurate. Yeah, we're going to count him as accurate. 50%. See, most people are actually accurate. I mean, look at that. Making the perk accurate, and now you're probably wondering why I'm running accurate with that, and I'll get into that in a second. I mean, most are actually pretty I mean, look at that. There are none below 50%, and why I have accuracy on him is because he is a, what is this? Yeah, still not below though. I mean, but I mean, look at that. Accuracy being a useless perk, or not necessarily useless for like the grenade launchers. However, if most people are above 50%, or the lowest I saw was 50%, that means none of them are truly bad. Yeah, I go by stats if they're below 50% or above 50%. None of those were truly bad accuracy, and they were all pretty just. So, making accuracy not really one of the best perks you would want to use. Damage, we already know, is an amazing perk for a lot of people because, I mean, even the grunts, they could benefit from it. However, if you use it on the grunts, it won't even rank them up that much, deeming it useless to use on a grunt. However, it does not deem useless on a lot of other stuff. As forth, it works both on offense and defense, and it does increase some of the units' damage dramatically. Now, Fireproof, this is one of them I wanted to get into. Fireproof, I do not like. It is only useful for napalm, those explosive barrels, and it doesn't even help then. It literally only helps when they're walking through fire, and if you saw that one video, yesterday's video, you saw one match, this guy had the eternal flame of Jesus or something. I mean, literally, it was awful. But it was, I do not, and flamers, of course. However, I do not deem it useful, and it can be useful on both offense and defense, so that is something good. However, I do not deem it useful, being as though it only works, you know, some of the time. Fire rate honestly works pretty much with everything. I can't give you complaints. However, if you're running fire rate, you may want to run fast reload along with it. Health, again, is amazing. So, You may want to honestly use this to increase your guys' health. Keeping them alive longer is always a nice little bonus and essential to your army, because, as a matter of fact, just keeping them alive, allowing you to hold off their men until you get more people in, is just an amazing perk all alone, you know? I really can't go into health and damage and fire rate that much, being as though they're pretty self-explanatory. I mean, fire rate with damage, you really want to run with that, because that means you're dealing more damage faster. So now, minimum wage, again, do not like it. It's, you know, it doesn't, it's not like it helps, you know, defensively, like, at all. As much as I do admit it is a good perk and helpful, as long as you do, most of the units have medals that deducts their costs. So why don't you just do those, save a perk slot, and I mean, you're good then. I mean, it may only do by 20% or so, but still, that's quite a bit, and you save a perk slot. Next is rapid deployment, and this one I actually really want to go into because people, my friends mainly, have even, you know, said that they have rapid deployment on their guys, so on defense they'll come out quicker. If you read the description, it says offensive deployment cooldown. So you can clearly see that's offensive only. So, I mean, being as though that is a nice feature, but it's just you wasting your money quicker. So, yeah, I wouldn't use that personally, because, I mean, you see how I train my armies, because I have a specific army. So, you see, I actually don't really have a problem. The only one I have a problem with a little bit is the sergeant, and that's because they increased their cooldown. So, or not her cooldown, but increased her time. So, it's, you know, but it's alright now. Fast reload, pretty self-explanatory, works for both, and I honestly can't go really in, you know, I find anything that bad with it. So, I mean, it's just, most units have a fast reload. I mean, some don't. I mean, this guy has a good one, this one, but then the guy no, I fired it. Good reload, good reload, good reload. Terrible reload, you may actually want to put it on him. You can put it on him, however, his isn't god-awful. Good reload. Not god-awful. Not god-awful. Not god-awful. This one you really want to. You really want to increase that reload. That guy is literally instant reload. Don't need to, you know, don't need to. But it's just, you see, I mean, most of them you didn't need to. Some of them you actually desperately need to. But, you know, speed, I would honestly say recommend using this over Unstoppable, as I think it does get you through the barbed wire a little bit faster, as it doesn't get it as fast as Unstoppable would. It does get it through faster, and it works on both ground and barbed wire offense and defense, which is an amazing perk on its own. So I would think Unstoppable I think speed is better than Unstoppable. Plus, with Unstoppable, you honestly have a card now that you can use for barbed wire. Tactical boots. Now, I'm not saying it's mainly a guess and check with it, because you don't know who has barbed wire, but, you know. Steady. As we know, I do not like steady either. However, this is a both offense and defense. It's a perk. Steady I kind of deem useless, because if someone is hitting you that hard with a bullet that your guys stagger, typically it's a sniper and they're dead. Typically. Because, yeah, I mean, the MG Nest will also stagger your men, and the Riot will. I'm not sure if Steady actually affects the Riot, because his is all stagger too. So I wonder if that does, because that actually would be a nice counter for Riot if it does affect him. But I wouldn't know that. I don't really use Riot. He never really interested me. So, and those are all the perks, but let's go into this a little more. As I said, you do want to have perks that affect both offense and defense. You do. Perks that, like, you want them to be effective, yet affect offense and defense. Now, also, I have seen this. people just throw random perks on guys that they really don't use. Maybe they buy one squad of them, which can work, and you know, why not just give them something, you know? It doesn't hurt your army in like any way. I also will say this, always, or I could have said this, you know, earlier before we got the squad support update, or the HQ squad update, it used to be only grunts and assaults. However, if you put perks on those, you know, squads, they actually will go for the guys that are coming out of the HQ. Now, I do not know about Last Stands. I actually wanted to figure that out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go against myself and put speed on him, so I can, and then do again, but except not with speed, so I can actually see how fast he's going, so I can actually determine this. But, so, perks can be very good and very useless in other times. Now, does this mean you should honestly buy the core card pack? Because the core card pack actually does come with something good, and the random card pack could get you something good too. I mean, it honestly depends on your, you know, your thought. Because with both, you get, you know, I wouldn't waste my gold on it personally, and I wouldn't even waste the gold you get, you know, from the daily rations, because I don't buy gold, as you know. The only thing I bought, Special Forces bundle. But, you know, I wouldn't waste it. I honestly would just save up for the Epic Card Pack bundle, personally. Because I did do a video on this Epic Card Packs versus the Legendary Card Packs, which is better, you know. Now they have the Elite Card Pack, and the Elite Card Pack is very expensive. However, the chances of it are you get if you have three Elite Card Packs, you'll get 2 heroes. Those are the chances. So it's a pretty high chance, but it's also a pretty low chance. So I personally would buy this because, I mean, yeah, you get a higher chance of a hero, but you get a decent chance with a hero, and there's a lot more of them. I mean, you know, I honestly think that it's cheaper. I honestly think the pros and cons, the pros way ignoring this. So if you really want perks, just buy the Epic Card Pack bundle. I mean, I got an Epic Card Pack today for my daily rations, and I got like literally like 4 fast reloads. So, but you know, it depends on your preference to how you want to run your army. As for me, I run them efficiently on both offense and defense. Now, there are some people that just don't care about defense. If you'll notice, like a Nightmare level 3 Red Skull who only has an HQ, that's because he doesn't care about defense. He only likes the offensive part of the game, which I can understand. I can completely understand that, actually. So, I mean, if you're one of those guys, then do offensive perks only. Go for it. Why not? I mean, I prefer doing both offense and defense because when I'm offline, if someone does attack me, most of the time I do win. I have been having a losing streak, but I'm back on a winning streak right now. Even if you lose, you still get rewards. So, I mean, you know, you can get quite a bit more rewards, I guess. But, anyways, that is pretty much it. The event ended. I hope you guys got your rewards worth of free buy-in Nightmares. God knows I didn't. I lost like 30 cards. But you know, with the new tuning update, I really do enjoy that. I really think that actually is better because it rewards you for going against a Nightmare. So good for Guns Up. They actually know what the people want, even though they're a really small company with a small game. I mean, you know, it's just impressive that they are that good. I mean, you have these huge games such as like Call of Duty, like, you know, Treyarch. They don't even listen to their community. I mean, and some of those communities had some good ideas for bringing new perks in, but they only brought 1 perk in Call of Duty, so, for like zombies, I mean. But this is Guns Up. So we should be thankful that we got such a great company to actually do this game, so they give us those monthly updates and those weekly events. It is really good. But anyways, I am Paul Atlantis, otherwise known as the Guns Up Veteran, And again, if you have any questions, just leave in the comments. As you can see, someone last time was actually watching my broadcast and they were asking me a bunch of questions, so I will always answer those. I'll always answer them on the last video or in the video itself. If I feel like it's, a very important topic, I'll answer it in the video. And most of the time, I'll still re-answer the question in the video, even if I answered it in the comments. So, just, ask me if you have a question on anything. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. But yeah, I'm Call Valantis, otherwise known as D Guns Up Veteran, over and out.